Welcome to the Long Run. I'm Joel.
And I'm Christy.
And today that's right, I ain't asked her. I'm telling you what we're talking about today. We're going to be talking about 6 ways that a health and debt-free journey are similar. Now, you probably asking yourself, they're not similar, are they? Well, yeah, and we're going to tell you why they're similar today. Now, we've been both on a health and debt-free journey for a while now, and we've noticed that there are some similarities between the two. In fact, there are probably more than the 6 that we're going to list today. So we want you to drop some comments below and let us know what you think some similarities are between a health and a debt-free journey as we go along. All right, let's go. Number 1, the donut story. Now you're saying that's not a similarity. That's just something. Well, we're going to tell you how that kind of fits into the scenario here. Now, there was one day Christy and I were going shopping at Walmart, and a lot of times before we go to Walmart on Saturdays, we have a standing thing where we go to Dunkin' Donuts and we get food to eat. That day it was just going to be a donut, and we decided to wait until after we left Walmart to get the donut. We went to Walmart, we did our shopping, and we went all the way back home and forgot to go get the donut. And we got back to the house and said, we're not going to go back out and get a donut. So we just didn't do it. It's called delayed gratification, or in this case, it was no gratification because we actually didn't go back out. We decided not to go back out and get that and spend money on it. So if you're on a health journey, stop and ask yourself these questions. Am I really hungry? Can I give myself permission to eat this when I'm hungry? If I'm not hungry, is my desire to eat this because I'm stressed out or emotional? Or if I'm in a social setting, do I still feel that I'm going to disappoint my friends or family by not eating with them? You need to ask yourself those questions. And then really honestly answer those things. Now, if you're on a debt-free journey, you can ask questions that sound like this. Do I really need to make this purchase? Can I give myself permission to make this purchase item after I've had time to think about it and maybe read some product reviews? Do I have a desire to stop because I am stressed out or emotional? See where we're going with this? There are similarities. Do I want to buy something that I think everyone thinks I have to buy? For example, you have to buy a new car, or you have to buy 75-inch TV. By the way, they have some of those at Walmart.
I've heard.
Yeah.
A lot.
Anyway, there are similarities, and these are the questions that you can ask yourself in both situations to see if it's something that's keeping you from your health journey or your debt-free journey. Ask yourself those questions.
Yeah. And sometimes you might realize that maybe the desire is gone later.
That's right.
Really
just like with the donut story.
Yes.
That's right. After you've thought about it for a while and put it off, then you say, you know what? I really don't need that. Really don't want that. Or you say, okay, well, I don't need it right now. I can save up for it, buy it later.
Yes.
All right. Number 2, the whys. Know your why. Why are you on a health journey? Why are you on a debt-free journey? And then relate that why to yourself and to your situation and say, you know what? I don't want to buy this. It doesn't have anything to do with my why. I need to do this exercise because it has to do with my why. Or I'm going to go to bed early because I have, like I told my team Saturday night, we had a little thing after work. And I stayed over there till about, I don't know, almost midnight. I said, look, I got to go home. I got to go run in the morning because that was my why. And you figure out what your whys are, and then you apply those to your situation. Learn from your why and understand that you're doing these things because of this. That's my why. Also, when you mess up, you need to forgive your why. And we all mess up. We all, it's like Sunday morning when I thought I was going to go for a run. I didn't go for a run, but I had to forgive myself for not doing it because I felt like I'd let myself down, but I really didn't. So sometimes you just have to know your body and sleep in.
Also, you want to forgive your why. If the reason why you're on a health or debt-free journey is because maybe something that happened in your past. Maybe you have a problem and you want to lose weight, and you feel a little bad about the fact that your weight got out of control, or maybe you're upset that your finances aren't where you want them to be. You need to forgive that.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Balance your why. Give yourself some balance in your life. Don't be too rigid on your debt-free or your health journey. Balance it out by doing some things that they kind of give you balance in your life.
Yeah.
Okay?
Don't be too strict to
That's
the
right.
point that you fall off and forget
Yeah.
or quit altogether.
That's right.
Yeah.
Give yourself some balance. Number 3, make gradual changes. If you read the book Atomic Habits, that talks about that. I've said this for several years. Maybe I should have wrote that book.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
That's right. Small changes make a big impact in your life. So you don't have to make really big changes all at once to make a big impact. You start with the small things. Make gradual changes in your life. As far as your health journey goes, start out with, like I did when back in 2010, when I decided I wanted to really start running and have that be a part of my life. I started out with 1 mile and then I stopped. And then a couple of days later, I ran another mile, and I just gradually built up till 2 years later, I'd ran a marathon, and then 14 years later, I ran 10 marathons. And so you have to start with the small changes, and they make a big impact in your life. It's the same thing with your finances. If you're on a debt-free journey, start with small things like looking at your subscriptions and seeing what you can do without. Find out what your priorities are, and then start with the small things. Start eliminating some of those small things so you can take care of the bigger things later.
Don't expect yourself to go from spending like $1,000 a month to $150 a month. Take it gradually. Drop your budget from $1,000 to maybe $800 a month and see if you can stay within that. And then if you get that down, then try to reduce it again. And that gives you time to gradually learn ways to save money on groceries without overwhelming yourself.
That's right. Number 4 is the fear factor. That's right. Being motivated by fear can either be a good thing or a bad thing. Mm-hmm. There are pros to having a fear factor, and there are cons to having a fear factor. A pro is that it is a great motivator. If you're afraid of being overweight or dying young, I went morbid on that one, didn't I? That could be a motivator in your life.
We went dark.
Yeah, we went dark on that one. That could be a big motivator in your health journey. The fear of not being able to do things like you used to do. That could be a big, motivator in your life to get on a health journey. As far as your finances go, the fear of not being able to afford things later on, or if something big comes up that you unexpectedly you have to use credit cards to pay for it. If you fear that, then that's a motivator to encourage you to get ahead on things and to make sure you're paying your debt down in a constructive way. The cons to the fear factor is that it leads to stress and depression. So you don't want that. You don't want to go too far with the fear that it leads you to stress and depression. See, those on a healthy journey, they might be afraid to eat in restaurants. They might be afraid to go places where they feel a lack of control over their environment. They might be afraid of what will happen if they don't follow the diet perfectly. They might be afraid of what will happen if they don't get to exercise. Similarly, those on a debt-free journey might be afraid to spend money even if they budget for it. They might be afraid to go places where they feel lack of control over their environment. Kind of see the similarities here? Might be afraid of what will happen if they don't follow their financial goals perfectly. Or might be afraid of their future. Even if they're on baby step 7, if you follow Dave Ramsey, that's the last step on the baby steps, isn't it?
You're pretty financially secure by that point.
In other words, you'll never have enough money to feel secure. How do you know if your fear has gone into a con situation? Well, do you refuse to enjoy your life because you can't control every aspect of it? Mm-hmm. Are you willing to sacrifice other aspects of your life just to reach your goals faster? And finally, is there any point in your future that you feel that you're going to be able to relax a little bit? No. If not, then you may be going over into the negative side of the fear factor.
Yeah, if on the health side, if you have this feeling that, I'll never be to the point where I actually take take my foot off the gas with my fitness, then you might have put yourself in too strict of a situation where you can't ever relax. You should be able to have, like rest.
That's right.
And then the same thing with your finances. If you ever think to yourself, well, I would love to give to other people, but I just don't have enough money. But technically, you have like a lot of money. If you really think about it, you have, things built up, assets and things like that, and you still can't give, then you might have fallen into this problem.
That's right. Number 5 is the Monday trap, which means, you know what? I'll just do it Monday.
Yeah.
I messed up this week. I'll start over again on Monday. We do it a lot on our health journeys. If you're on a diet or something, you mess it up during the week. I'll just take the weekend off and I'll start it over on
Monday.
Same way with your debt-free journey. You missed, missed some savings, so I'll just start it again on Monday or whatever. Don't fall into the Monday trap.
Hey, it doesn't only have to be Monday. It could be next month or
that's right.
January.
That's right. That's right. You know what? I messed up on my health goals this year on February the 1st. I'll just start over next January. Right. Don't fall into that trap. Right. You can always start over tomorrow or even today. If you mess up,
2 minutes after you realized you messed up.
That's right. Yeah. I told somebody last week that I'm kind of coaching through some getting to a run. She mentioned that she missed a run. She missed a run the week before, a training run the week before. She's going to try to make it up the next week. I said, just don't worry about it. Just move on. Just move on in your training. Don't worry about the one that you missed. Move on to the next week, and don't try to fit something in that's not going to fit. So yeah, don't fall into the Monday trap. You can start over anytime you want to. Mm-hmm. All right, number 5. Number 6.
Okay.
Number 6 is the comparison trap. That's right. In other words, you're comparing yourself to somebody else's journey. And that person that you're comparing yourself to may have been on this journey for a while now. And you're comparing yourself to, you see somebody on YouTube that's only spending $200 on groceries and you're spending $1,000 on groceries. Don't compare yourself to them because they may only be one person. And they may have been doing this for a while and already know all the secrets that you need to go ahead and learn. Don't compare yourself to that person. Don't compare yourself to highlight reels that you see on Instagram and YouTube. Don't do that because you never know what's pushed over to the side. I know all of you are looking at us and saying, "Yo, look, what you got in view, your house is always perfect," right? You don't know what's right there. Okay? Right there. You don't know what's right there.
A baseball cap,
that we push
some
to the
sunglasses.
side. And a shirt.
And a shirt.
And a bed pillow that I don't know why it's down there. Anyway, and some soap and some makeup, but it's all right over there out of your view. See, even we do it. It's right, but it's right there. Anyway.
We just tell you that we do it.
We tell you that we do it. It's right there.
It's right there.
It's literally right there.
It's right
there. Don't compare yourself to somebody else's journey. Your journey is your journey. And however long it takes you, or however short it takes you to get there, it's your journey. Run it and do it your way. Mm-hmm. All right. So what's the message of this video? Number 1, change your mindset to make your goals achievable. You can do that. Number 2, make changes that are challenging, but also reasonable. Mm-hmm. Don't do anything unreasonable, like go from $1,500 in groceries to $200 in a month. Don't do that. Learn to balance your life with your goals. Carve out some time for fun in your life. Mm-hmm. That'll make meeting your goals a lot sweeter because you're actually having fun while you're doing it.
Yes.
Give yourself grace when life doesn't meet your expectations because sometimes it just doesn't. And when you mess up, you got to give yourself grace, pick yourself up, move on. And then never compare your journey to someone else's journey. Just don't do it because we're all different. Our journeys are all different. What it took us to get from where we were to where we are is not the same thing it's going to get you from where you are to where you want to be. Mm-hmm. So don't compare yourself to other people. Your journey is your journey. Walk your journey, and you'll see the results in the long run. All right, so drop us those comments below and let us know if you know some more similarities between a health and a debt-free journey. We'd love to see those in the comments below. Thank you for watching today. That's going to do it today for the long run. I'm Joel.
And I'm Christine.
Don't forget the long run. Give yourself a little grace.
Bye.